Bobi Wine and NUP, that's the National Unity Platform, were heavily criticized and major topic in the political space in Uganda this week by many people and also major media outlets like Daily Monitor. Daily Monitor wrote a headline saying they had to beg their way back to IPOD, and NORBERT gave a serious warning to NUP.
So I wish to warn the so-called foot soldiers. You are making your leaders to make mistakes, and the leaders also be leaders. How can I say I'm a leader but I'm saying Katulagewa, where should we go now? And they say now go here. Then you say you are a leader. That's not leadership. A leader must go ahead and survey the place. In the Bible we have the story of Moses. Moses led people in very rough terrain, but because of confusion they took 40 years. I'm told that journey from Egypt to the promised land is a journey of maybe 11 days on foot if you are walking non-stop. 11 days. Why did they take 40 years? Because of confusion. So Uganda by now should be a very highly developed country, very united and strong, a regional, a superpower. But because of the followers are misleading the leaders. The leaders don't have confidence about their own vision. They lack conviction. So if I'm a president of a party, how can a foot soldier tell me, how will they see you sitting with the dictator in the same tent? I am your leader and you have a choice. Go and follow someone else. That's the new DP that we are building. That if you think that you are too good for what you are doing, this gate is always open. There is always exit. So please stop misleading the leaders of NUP by posting on social media. I see people are dramatizing it. They are bringing old statements. People grow. People grow. Let's assume that they have bamaze okwefumitiriza n'okwekuba mu kifuba. Whatever the reason, whether you are talking of money, whether you are talking, for me I don't care about the reason. The thing is, we are in this country together and we must find a way to sit together to talk about it.
NUP's U-turn to IPOD, which they had been criticizing for long, made many people to see them as those who are maybe getting defeated or easily convinced by the interest to get money. People across social media and very many political spaces poured a lot of criticism. But now, here are responses from the Secretary General, that is Rubongoya, and the party president, Robert Chagulanyi, aka Bobi Wine.
IPOD was an NGO before the law was changed. But now that the Political Parties and Organization Act has been amended and IPOD has been incorporated, it's part of NCF, which NCF, we are the deputies of. It conscripts us to being IPOD members. Therefore, it makes our demand legitimate for our funding. However, still, Mr. NORBERT Mao ensured, and I quote, illegally, that we don't get that money. Either way, we have to move, continue moving. Therefore, we are appreciative to our people that have been helping us, to fund us, keep us going in terms of fuel, in terms of hotel, lodging, in terms of feeding, etc. And we shall continue moving. Of course, we shall continue making our legal.
Before this whole saga of IPOD, which some people have tried to capitalize on, the regime, first of all, tried to use the Auditor General. You remember very well. They found that our books of accounts were very good. They found that in fact NRM was the one not accounting. They abandoned that. They tried to use the IGG. They found that NUP was accounting for every penny, doing everything within the law. You remember that some months back when they tried to use that, those officers say we are not accounting and therefore they wanted to block the money. When all that failed, that is when they decided to come up with this law, making it mandatory for parties to get funds to all be in IPOD. What they did was put IPOD under NCF, and as the president said, NCF, National Unity Platform, platform has a deputy chairperson for the National Consultative Forum, that is Mr. Katana Benjamin. But the news that we had yesterday, you people heard recently that some money had been reserved for NUP. Do you know what? Yesterday a letter was written saying that that money should also be disbursed amongst...
Shared among them.
Yeah, shared amongst them. So even when the Electoral Commission said that this money ordinarily should be going to NUP and then sought legal guidance from the Attorney General, from the Solicitor General and all that, you all know that Mao is the boss in that ministry as the Minister of Justice. They wrote back saying that even the money which NUP has been getting, the one which had been reserved, should now be shared amongst them. Mao should take a portion under DP, NRM and all that and all that. So you can see how we are operating. But what?
Please, security, keep your vibe to yourself. Keep your violent vibe to yourself. We like it this way. We like to be left alone. We like to be free. We like to freely communicate to our people. That is the vibe that we believe in. Thank you very much.
The news that we had yesterday, you people heard recently that some money had been reserved for NUP. Do you know what? Yesterday a letter was written saying that that money should also be disbursed amongst...
Shared among them.
Yeah, shared amongst them. So even when the Electoral Commission said that this money ordinarily should be going to NUP and then sought legal guidance from the Attorney General, from the Solicitor General and all that, you all know that Mao is the boss in that ministry as the Minister of Justice. They wrote back saying that even the money which NUP has been getting, the one which had been reserved, should now be shared amongst them. Mao should take a portion under DP, NRM and all that and all that. So you can see how we are operating. But what?
Will this message bring no back in control? Because the space was already sliding in the debate. Nobody was clearly defending. No. Even Stella Nyanzi, a strong supporter of opposition, and as well know, had to shoot NUP on X. So the question is, will it bring back NUP in the political space? Let me know in the comment section.